So, anyway, people, in relation to the democracy of law, the implementation by the documentary is aligning a time. Do we? Gary's watching TV. I'm always working. But do relax your consumption of the mind power. Each mind power is the democracy, and the implementation of this democracy. In the world craft of war, the realignment of time is a confunction. In the confunction of oratory is a Toki one of 3246 in relation to knowing how to do so. But unperhaps indeed, the lining of time will confunction itself into the evolution of time. So, Dr. T. Virus, in relation to your hemisphere of the right work, to know how to do some is the realignment of time. In that time, when you do so, the dimension of the law is the Simanang, by the Tankanang, and Badatalana. In a matter of time, you have 3p33, each one of you. See? So, perhaps electron is the needed in the infant program to formulate itself into the fifth border. But in any dimension, the democracy of law is plaintive by Judith Andre. In Judith Andre, the mass conduction of productivity is the return home to form itself into each way. When it does that, it implements the border of the third dimension. See? The third dimension is the element of the confunction, knowing how to do so. But then again, the alana of technology will pin out the correx. In a matter of time, the correx will form itself into the fifth sibilance. Any sibilance is an ananan of your ancestors to degrade into the formula. This formula is knowing how to convey itself into the both known. The vocabulary is instated the mind, but in so, the brain capacity is only 1D. So in that way, in 1D of a hellholder, the democracy of law is the implementation for the structure of law. Each law, when you confront itself into the Pinanam, you will be in day 10. In a matter of time, if you know the conjunction of the crystal stick is realignment of time. This crystal stick is the shareholder to know that the immanent is only 1D. So each crystal stick is the realignment of time to know how to conjunction into the pyramid. As in the pyramid, the evolution of time is within you. But how you spell hemisphere? The doki. The conferment of life is based upon the conjunction. Each conjunction is the pinana of law based upon the equivalent of law and the inana of law. Relaxation helps you to generate the segmentation of sandwiches to eat. But in time, when you do that, you preview yourself into the nangana. So movie makers and art directors, in relation to your consumption, you be the insight of me to know that the productivity is unevening out. But where is my missing parts? You have to go to heaven. It's not deleted. No, it's not lost. You went to heaven. You have to go to heaven to find it and put it back. That's all it is. We got everything in here. It's all the same. We got everything in here. It's just my birth certificate and my VCE, Victorian Certificate Education. But anyway, English teachers in Beck 324 is a sibilant to know the confunction of nephews. In each nephew, you will reprogram into the order of the dimension. And in that time, when you work out the correx, by the fifth dimension, you will polite itself into a nananana by the program. There are different things in program. Here is a simple thing. TV program 5 is channel 6. See? But in the no of knowing how to convey itself into the fifth border, the police army is sector 321 in relation to knowing how to trade. Each trade is the ura. That's what you call it, see? Balanced. My project. CEO, Chief Executive Officer. My police headquarters is on in the altar. Yes. We will go to Hong Kong in 6 years. Yes. Well, when I'm finished with Kent, I will go to Sydney. Why not? It's a holiday. A holiday. I'll live here forever. I'm never gonna leave. It's my first home buyer. Yes, it's my house. First home buyer. That's what State Trustee said. First home buyer. In Centrelink. So, Centrelink, do you approve the application fee of door 11 12 Seoul? SOUL? In that time, the police army will have sector 3. But in why? Understanding, thinking of a thought, to know that Dr. Carlos Zeno is the Missy of Pink Lady, to divert into the conjunction of that crystal. Each crystal is a returning home to border the fifth dimension. In that way, you will formulate into the consumption in the is this my DNA? When you know, do you color actors? I don't know. So anyway, the diversity of mankind is a democracy of law based upon the plaintiff. Any plaintiff by Dr. Carlos Zeno is the Tamhanam and the Danana and the Tenanam and the Danana. Later on that changed to Daninon. Eastern Hemisphere. In the Eastern Hemisphere, the democracy of law is implementation. Any implementation is the conjunction of the pyramid. By the pyramid, been to the pyramid and Swan Hill. Yes? That's V-line. Melbourne is Melbourne. Tasmania is Tasmania. Sydney is Sydney. Brisbane is Brisbane. But I need money to go to Brisbane and Sydney. Yes? So what convey you in this Tasmania? Some parts we cannot go to because it's not drawn. Other parts we can go to. Yes? So Telegascan, based upon my gift of your reward, is yours. You can catch the bus, but each bus stop cannot move, see? Because they can't, it's not drawn. But in a matter of time, the conjunction of the pyramid is the endana of law, based upon the evolution. Each evolution by this bios, B-I-O-S, is the conjunction of the pyrosul to intermission the mind power and to return the encryption. DDL563341. Encryption 134344641. Encryption 132163224. Encryption 131829885. FBG 12121. Hello, I'm working. They can hear you. So, in a way of knowing how to control the mind power is the third game of the Monka. The democracy of law is the crystal stick of the Nenan. My utility has a crystal stick. It's under my bed. Nothing I have to check. They're all the same. So, in the democracy of law, the implementation is the Patnana and the Anganan and the Anana. But in the vocabulary by Dr. T. Sandra is the Tankanam of law. In time, you need to play a game. Each game is the understanding of life based upon the intermission. And the intermission is the upgrade by items. In each item, when Final Fantasy, they're young, aren't they, in my phone? Anyway, anything else?